I got nothing.
I think people lost the link, so
Well, that's on them. That's on them.
right, that's probably
The
why they
link's
didn't show
repeating.
up.
That's on them. They need to be responsible.
But that's why next year we'll probably have a whole new crowd.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, hopefully it helped some people. And, you know,
All right, so let me go
here
ahead
goes
and order my
the
Panda
AI
Express.
bots.
Try to get rid of them.
My brain is just like, I'm not even awake yet. Oh man, everybody, sometimes. Well, since you are live, welcome to Learn to Code Tuesday, everybody. You there, Taylor?
Sure am. I'm just booking my Panda Express order.
You're good.
Like
So
it's a day
welcome.
off. I can eat Chinese food.
There you go. Welcome to Learn to Code Tuesday, everyone. We only have a few more weeks of this for the year before Techopolis takes it over.
Right? It's fair to do. Apparently, with Google Assistant, you can have it like figure out your favorite places on Uber Eats, and you can have it reorder in real time.
Oh, that's cool. You've got the AI bots back.
I know, and they're not going away.
I hate them. They're actually really making me mad at this point. I mean, I'm not mad at the person that did it because I think they probably have no idea how um
To do it.
persistent the bots are, but I'm just mad at the bots, you know. I wish I knew how to like permaban them. You've got another one. Oh, now you're kicking them out, I guess.
We'll see if anybody shows up. If they don't show up in the first 10 minutes, we'll go ahead and cancel.
Okay. You still have two AI bots right now. Which is crazy. It's like they've multiplied. Used to it was only one of them. Now it's like two or three of them that are the same bot. Like, what in the world? Anyway, I know you have some things to talk about today.
If people show up,
Nothing, if people show up. Not things I know much of, so I can't really promote them. Like I can't like plug them. You'd have to do that because I don't really know.
hold on. I'm finishing my Panda Express order.
Yeah, man, I cannot believe I slept through my alarm
I
today.
did too.
I have a vague memory of turning it off, but I don't know if I just dreamed it or what. Like I guess I thought I dreamed it. I don't know. I was never, I was in that dangerous state, just awake enough to tell it to turn off, but not awake enough to register that it was really the alarm, you know? I don't think I've had that happen to me in quite a while, actually. Because normally if it wakes me up, it wakes me up, you know? But not today.
Hold on, I'm trying to finish this real quick.
Okay, well, in 5 minutes, if nobody shows up,
We'll leave.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, if nobody's gonna show up.
exactly. So Christmas is on a Thursday, so that's the 23rd, I
Yeah,
think,
we'll
right?
cancel that. Yeah. And we'll
Right?
cancel Thanksgiving. That's
So we
correct.
really only have 2 weeks left, or 3 weeks left
Yeah.
of us hosting, or of me, of my foundation hosting, and then you'll take it over.
And then you said you're gonna do something with the funds, is that right? You're
I'll
gonna.
give them to you. Francis is here.
Hey, Francis.
I'm finally here.
Hey, man,
I
how's it
All
missed
going?
like
right.
good.
Hello.
Sorry for missing the last 3 weeks.
It's
It's
all right.
okay. Let me finish my order real quick because I'm getting Panda Express for lunch because it's my day off.
It is
Yeah, it's
nice.
Veterans Day, so I get the day off.
Thank you to anyone who has served. Happy Veterans Day, everybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks for live streaming.
So
Thank you.
I was traveling one week. Went to my wife, visit her in New York. She's going to school there, learning new stuff. Uh, one week I was sick from traveling. Caught the cold from somebody who was loving and kind. Give me his or her cold. So it was a lot of
Oh,
fun.
you're back.
Yeah,
So we're not gonna do this the week of Thanksgiving or the week of Christmas.
right.
So we really only have 3 weeks left. And then in
Nice.
January, Taylor and Techopolis will take it over.
Okay.
So we'll keep doing it, or they'll keep doing it. Um, but because I know nothing about anything we are talking about anymore, like it's beyond my knowledge base at all. Like I have
Uh-huh.
nothing. I'm letting Taylor take it over. Because really what I was starting was more meant for like beginner coders.
Hmm.
I was trying to build a group of people that like we would learn it together. And it's wonderful that it's grown beyond that.
Right.
It's wonderful. Hey, Alfredo. It's wonderful. It's just I don't have the ability to help you guys anymore because I don't. It's way beyond my knowledge base. I
And
can't
speaking
help
of free
you.
code camp, there's a Python curriculum that just got released this week.
Oh, really?
I was really I quit with Free Code Camp because I don't have anyone to do it with me.
I'm
Uh-huh.
sorry.
It's okay. Like I said, I hoped that I could have like a group and like do it together and it would be easier to learn like in a group, you know, than it is by myself, but I'm extremely happy and thankful and grateful that that people learned quicker than I and that we advanced way beyond Free Code Camp. I am very, very happy about that. Um, but it just means I don't have the ability to really help you guys anymore because I don't know.
Mm. So
Hey,
that
Alfredo.
that Python free code camp is who's offering that? Is that
Free- Yeah,
freecodecamp.org?
it's a curriculum. It's just like the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, but it's learning Python.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
where do I go for that?
Hold on. Let me finish placing my food order and then
The
I'll
food
share the
order?
link.
I think it's
.org.
freecodecamp.org still. Free
Oh,
Code
okay.
Camp. I gave up a
Okay.
couple of months ago, but
I'll look in there.
you guys should do it. I'm not doing it anymore. I gave up a few months ago, but I'm not afraid to admit that.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with
Well,
that.
I just didn't have anyone to talk to about it. So I
Right.
was like, I don't know, you know?
And next year we'll have a whole new structure. We'll do some free code camp stuff, but it will be kind of depending on what the people want to learn. If you
Well,
want
Uh-huh.
to
yeah,
learn
like I
Python, we'll do
mean,
that. Well,
we'll see. You know, it's okay.
Right.
It's just I stopped learning because I didn't have anyone to help me practice or anything. So,
So the
um,
thing was programmers and coders, or like programmers, is they're like introverted. They kind of like do their own thing. They don't like.
See, I like learning with friends. That's my
Uh-huh.
thing.
Yeah.
So
So you're kind of a disadvantage because of that.
yeah,
And
it's fine, man. It's okay.
yeah.
Mostly I need to learn so that I can work on my website, but I don't know. I'm still, I don't know. That's overwhelming
I'm
to me,
not gonna
but
cover website stuff because that's just very like we don't really do website stuff anymore because we've got burned too many times,
Uh-huh.
like last week. All right.
well, my group of people that I know wants to cover websites, so that's what I focus on that and not apps, but that's okay. You know,
Mm.
everybody has their own direction, you know. I do need to figure out how to update our foundation's website. I'm really struggling with figuring that out. So,
You got Taylor.
no, not,
No, not
no.
Taylor.
Oh, dude, I'm so like busy at the moment with work. It's not even funny.
Well, I
I
can't wait
can't.
for you anymore. We've been hoping you would help us for 6 months.
I'm sorry. We, like I told you,
I
we've
waited for
been.
you and you
I am
promised, but
sorry.
I just, whatever.
We
Anyway, well,
like
we won't
w-
talk about it too much on the
we
live stream.
can't control what has happened. We can't control it. We've been really busy. We've been growing, which is a very good thing.
Well, it's good, but you shouldn't make promises to people that you can't keep. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well,
I'm actually kind of mad, but we won't talk about that on a live
I'm
stream.
sorry.
It really
I'm
does
sorry
make
for
me
bringing it.
mad,
I'm sorry for
but oh
bringing it
well.
up, guys. But yeah.
It's fine, man.
No,
So,
it's just yeah. There's a
it's
lot
fine.
into the and Michael was part of it whole thing because like I could help, but like Michael needed to approve, and it was just not gonna work. So
Well, you could have at least communicated that to us, not made
I,
me wait forever and just ghost me
I'm
about it.
sorry.
You ghosted me about it.
Well,
It
again,
was,
you can always talk to Michael. Like Michael can, if you have a problem with it, talk to Michael because he's the one
well,
that
it's fine. I
supervises
just
me.
gave up on you guys ever helping me.
Anyway, let's continue.
Cool. All right, take it over. I'm gonna mute myself.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so we're going to talk about app distribution today. So let's say you made a desktop app. How do you distribute it? Hold on a second. Okay. Okay. So how do you distribute it? Once you've made your great app and you want everybody in the world to test it. So, of course, it all depends on your platform. So, say, for example, like Mac OS, iOS, right? So, if you're working in the App Store and you're working on making apps for Apple platforms, it's a lot easier because Apple gives you the tools to help you distribute. This means that they will give you ways to add the code, right? So you can just in Xcode, the tool that you use to make apps, you can be able to automatically send it to the App Store with a few different clicks, right? You don't have to worry about signing things yourself. You don't have to worry about any of that. Now, that's great, but if you don't want to distribute to the App Store, then what do you do? Well, depends on what kind of platform. So if you're working with, for example, Electron, if you don't know, is the same technology that powers JavaScript, HTML, and other kind of web desktop apps. It's like for what's used with like Discord and Teams and Slack, so it's pretty popular. They have a built-in distribution engine. And what you can do is you can run a bunch of terminal commands and you can be able to get builds that are approved for your platform that you can distribute to the entire world. Now, with that being said, especially on Windows, having certificates and all of that is difficult. The reason is because you have to pay for a certificate so that you wouldn't get the dreaded Windows Smart Screen from Windows Defender. How do you control that? Well, there is something in Microsoft Azure where you pay $10 a month and you can get an officially signed Microsoft certificate. If you're a business, you just have to show 3 years of tax and income history, which is unfortunate. But that's better than paying $600 a year for most other options. Okay. So that is how that works. Now, if you want to distribute on like non-Electron apps and you want to, put them on the internet with like a exe or DMG for Mac, there are other options like Python. You could be able to do PyInstaller and others, but it's really, really difficult that I found to actually get a fully executable code. Why is that? Well, if you don't know, Python is an interpreted language. What does that mean? Python runs in an interpreter. So it basically runs, and then when it like stops running, it shows an error. Whereas things like C Sharp or others are compiled, where you have to compile them first and then be able to run that compiled app. So those are kind of some of the things to keep in mind. Hold on a second. Um, let's see. Okay. I got a chat, so I'm trying to look at that real quick. Okay, so and honestly, since we don't have a lot of people, we could just make this a shorter. I don't want to keep people if there's not a lot to be said because if there's not a huge amount of people. So again, distribution can come in many different forms. Now, if you want to distribute to the Windows App Store, you don't need that certificate. Okay, you don't need that at all. They will make a self-signed certificate, so you just pay $19.99 one time to become a Microsoft developer, and you upload your code to the App Store, or I guess the Microsoft Store, and then you can be able to distribute that way. You don't need any other certificates because the problem with distribution is that it all depends on the platform and the technology that you're using. So yeah, that is how that works. So yeah, you guys have questions? I know we don't have a whole huge group, so it might just be a short thing today. But that's fine. So yeah,
I thought to
distribution.
distribute an app, you had to have an Apple developer account and pay that fee and all of that.
Yes, you do. That's to develop. That's for like iOS. But if you want
Oh.
Windows, you don't have to do that.
Oh.
You just have to pay $19 for Microsoft one time to upload to the Microsoft Store.
Or you just make something that, I mean, from
Or
what
you
I've
just
m-
make it, yeah.
you
Or
just
you
make it and then
put
you
it on
just
your website.
people can pay you and you can send them the file.
That's an option as well.
As far as
But
I
then
know,
you
that's
need
what
that
people did.
certificate.
Huh?
So in order to not have the smart screen, you have to have that Azure certificate that I was just talking about a minute ago.
No, I mean, like, can't you just email people whatever app you made and or distribute it off your website or whatever and let them download it?
You can, but they're gonna get the smart screen that if it's like, oh, this app is not safe, run anyway.
Oh, yeah, but people do that all the time.
They do, but like if you're distributing it in a professional setting, that may not always look good. So
True, but it's free.
it
And if
is
we
free.
want, if we're trying to tell people how to do it without paying an arm and a leg, guys, just so you know, you can do it for free.
You can.
Because remember, not everybody has all that money, you know?
Right. And that's why I present in different ways. You can just submit it, or like, you can just literally, distribute, but you'll have to tell your users that there'll be a Windows Defender Smart Screen. You'll just hit run anyway.
Yeah.
So that is possible. And I'm not saying it's not possible, but it definitely is possible.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying that as far as I knew, that's how it got done. If you didn't have
Yeah,
money. If you didn't
right.
have money to like put it in the App Store, you know.
Yeah, and like okay, let's see.
So just so you guys know, if money is an issue, don't let that intimidate you. You can do it
Nope,
for free.
you can.
You don't need
Um,
money.
you just have to tell your users.
So I personally don't think anyone will give you any crap if you don't have the money to pay the fee every month or whatever, you know.
It all depends. If you are a individual, then probably not, right? But if you're a professional business, then they might ask questions.
I don't know. I've gotten apps plenty of times before from small businesses that just didn't have the money to. Anyway, just it's not a huge deal, guys. Just know that you don't
No,
need
it's
money.
not. No. But I always want to present the options because people, how to distribute is always a topic of interest for some people. So that's why I do that.
Most people don't quite know how to distribute things anyway. So,
That's why I'm talking about this.
yep, agreed.
Because, yeah. And you can even start with a very basic, like if you want to learn to distribute, make a very basic Hello World app and try to distribute that before you distribute a huge app. Because that way you know how the process works first. So that's something I've learned.
How do you build a Windows app?
Yes, that's a good question. So building a Windows app, there's a lot of different frameworks and technologies. So of course you can use the native, like the Microsoft WinUI, as they call it now. The issue with WinUI is it's really hard and you have to use C Sharp or, .NET, C number, whatever you call it. And that can be a really big deterrent because you can't really develop it cross-platform. It's just only Windows. Now the next option is Python. So Python's great because you can distribute for Mac, Linux, and Windows, but there's a lot of different frameworks that you can use with Python. And these are like WX Python, which we're actually helping make accessible through Bix and Techopolis. So we're working with some people to make that more accessible because the checkbox controls are not most accessible in some of the other controls. There's also PySide 6 and others like that. The disadvantage to Python, though, is it's really hard to distribute and to make a signed executable, especially for Mac. So what we've done is we're actually using Electron, which is web-based. So you just write HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and you're able to distribute your apps that way. Basically, you write code and then once you're done, there's a terminal command that Electron has built in to distribute both Mac and Windows. And it's pretty seamless. And then to make the DMGs, I can go into disk utility, and I can make DMGs through there as well. Does anybody have any questions, or is this making sense? Because this is basically it. Like distribution is pretty simple, so I don't want to waste everybody's time if we don't have anything else.
Dude, it doesn't seem simple to me.
It's not
It's
simple.
not.
No, I say simple in terms of once you get it, it's great, but once it's difficult, trust me. We just figured out how to distribute
Yeah,
last.
but for sure. But like, if you don't know what you're doing, guys, it's not simple.
No,
Like,
no.
No. So the programs are kind of like um what's the word I'm looking for? They're all interchangeable, but yet they're not. I guess that's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
And then when you go across platforms, it just changes things.
it is.
It's kind of like with Medicare, when one state does one thing, then you go to another
Yep.
state. It just
Yep.
it's never the same. So that's the
Yep.
way I look at it. And it's
That's exactly a good way to look at it.
so I mean it's simplicity.
Yeah, simplicity is not. Honestly, the easy, like if you wanted to make a Mac app and you had that, $100, or you joined an existing developer team, making iOS and Mac apps is the easiest way to distribute because it's all built in.
Right. I think it's that's probably the easiest app to develop, and that's why we get a lot of I don't want to say blind apps, but
That's why
disability
you get a lot of
apps.
apps, period.
Yeah, in the disability sections, or whether we're blind or low vision or whatever. That's why there's a lot of apps in there.
Yeah, whereas like Windows, there's not as many apps.
Yeah, because what's the word? They're retarded, as somebody put it.
Well, distribution is that's the case. I mean, look, it took us
Yeah,
a while to figure it out ourselves.
yeah. Well, they don't make it simple. They're not as straightforward as iOS. Um, that's what I found out, and um, that's why I've always had the iPhone, because I know I can get apps that will help me more readily than say Android or so.
You guys have any other questions or?
Um, when you distribute apps, what's a website we go to, or where do we exactly go to start that? I guess that would be
It all depends on the framework and the
mhm.
language that you're using. So,
Right. Okay, that
for
makes sense.
yeah, so like iOS, you go to developer.apple.com.
Okay. Then Microsoft, you go to Microsoft.com and just
Yeah, you go to
developers.
Microsoft Store, and then Electron. If you want to make Windows, Mac, and Linux apps, you go to like Electron. I think it's like .org or something. And then you can like figure out the commands to distribute for the different platforms.
Oh, okay.
That's by far the easiest way to make Windows apps with Electron.
Uh, Good to know. There's like I haven't done these in a while. I'm like 60 years old, so I'm a dinosaur. And a lot of the stuff that you guys are doing is just totally different than
Listen,
the
dude,
way we did it. So,
if I knew half of what you know, I would be super fired up. You're way, way beyond knowledge base what I am, so kudos to you. I
mm,
just want you to know I admire you, and if I knew half of what you know, I'd feel super smart.
I don't feel that smart because I'm trying to catch up. I want to learn how to use AI because that's the future, and I think it makes sense. And then I think, wait a minute, that is totally against what I remember. So,
Yeah, but I'm just saying, don't discount what you do know, because you know a lot more. Like somebody like me, I have tried so hard to learn coding,
hmm
and that was my goal this year, but I mean, obviously I quit trying to learn because I didn't want to learn by myself. But
hmm
what I'm saying is like people like me look at people like you and I'm like, man, I admire that dude. I wish I knew as much as him. So don't discount what you do already know. Because there are young people that wish that they knew what you know. So just don't discount what you do have.
that makes sense. But I also got most of what I learned, so it's slowly coming back.
You're doing it though. You're doing it.
Any other
So
questions or
I think I'm good. What's the next
okay?
step after the when you decide to distribute?
After you're done distributing, then you market it. And that's a whole other thing we're still trying to learn. But yeah, I need to, I think, this was a nice short session, so I don't have anything else. And have a good Veterans Day. I wanted to make it short, so in case you wanted to go to a Veterans Day parade,
Sounds good,
uh,
everybody. Have a
have a
good
good
Veterans
week.
Day. And
Yeah.
we'll be here next week, same place, same